I wanted to share with you how this lesson can be introduced for you and your students. Watch as my student Diana completes the exercises on page 28. Okay, Ayana, today we're going to talk about the motive and about the rhythmic pattern. So a motive is a short musical idea that we can repeat. So I'd like you to grab your Tito tip today, and the first thing I'd like you to do is to tap the rhythm that's in the music. What does Tito like to do?
Tito loves tapping. He kind of looks a bit like a tap dancer.
He does look like a tap dancer. So looking at the rhythm on page 28, can you tap the rhythmic pattern throughout and say it out loud for me if you can, please?
Okay.
Tee-tee-ta, 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 half note. That was excellent. Now look at the Tito tip. The Tito tip says, a melody may be written with a repeated rhythmic motive. So the same rhythmic pattern, so the same note value, and different melodic pattern. Now, can you take your sticks, and I'd like you to play that on your little piano.
I think I already have the sticks because I had them for this entire video shoot.
Okay, so let's hear you play the melody that's in question number 1.
Like the entire thing?
Yes, please. That was beautiful. So Ayana, you added a little solo sparkle in there. Now look at the rhythmic pattern. Can you tell me if the rhythmic pattern is repeated in measure 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Could you play the motive pattern again in measure 1? Just measure 1. Beautiful. Now play the rhythmic motive in measure 2.
Okay.
Is it the same or different?
It's the same with
the same.
Notes.
Very good.
It's the same with the beat, but not with the notes.
That
the notes always are changing.
You're so right. The melody is different. Sola says, where's your friend Sola?
She's right here.
Beautiful.
She's probably taking a nap right now.
She thinks she is? Okay.
Yeah.
So Sola says a melody may repeat the melodic motive pattern at the same pitch or at a higher or lower pitch. So it can be different. So look at question number 2, Ayana. So the Tito tip here says that a melody may be written with the same repeated melodic and rhythmic motive. So can you play the motive pattern in question number 2?
Like this one?
Yes, please.
Okay. Entire thing, right?
Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Oh, and you added another Sola sparkle. Can you tell me, Ayana, when you look at the motive pattern in the first measure, is it the same melodic pattern in the second measure?
Yeah.
Yes, because the pattern is the same, right?
Same notes, same everything.
Same everything. Now, what happens in the third measure is we have the same melodic pattern.
Yeah.
It just starts, does it start a step lower or higher?
Yes, one step lower. It's instead of going like that, it's just going boop, one bit lower.
One step lower. So the melodic pattern is repeated in measure 2 and measure 3. What about measure 4?
No.
He's
it's exactly like the other ending. Both ends just have this.
Beautiful. Once we learn our motive patterns, it's time to listen and identify patterns. So now we're on page 29 of the Level 1 Supplemental Workbook. So now the Tito tip indicates a melody may use a repeated motive. The motive may be repeated as same rhythmic pattern and different melodic patterns. So that would be a rhythmic motive pattern, or the same rhythmic pattern and same melodic pattern. So melodic / rhythmic pattern, because now it has both. Listen as Ayana identifies patterns. Okay, Ayanna, today we're going to talk about the repeated motive and identifying patterns. So look on page 29. So in the very first exercise,
on page 29.
You are on page 29. And so now I'd like you to circle the repeated patterns. So look at the motive and you can see that it is doing what? Is it stepping up or stepping down?
Totally going down.
Totally going down. And the repeated motive in measure 2, when you look at it, is it rhythmic or is it melodic?
Melodic rhythmic.
Melodic
which
rhythmic.
means both. If any of you are confused, it means just both.
It means
for our watchers, just to know that.
Okay, so can you circle that and I'll play it so we can hear it.
Which one, the first or second?
Question number 1. So it says A, the repeated motive pattern in measure 2 is rhythmic or melodic rhythmic.
So I'll have to circle this one?
You're going to circle right here.
Ooh, right here.
Yeah, melodic rhythmic.
Just didn't circle the second one.
Here's what it sounds like. So that's definitely the same. Question number 2, B. The repeated motive pattern in measure 2 is rhythmic motive or melodic motive. Can you clap the rhythm in measure 1, Ayanna? Say it out loud. Ta, dot. Whoops, again.
Ta, dot.
T, half note. Okay, say it again a little louder.
Ta, dot. T, half note.
And clap the rhythm in the next measure.
Ta, dot. T, half note.
Good.
It's just the rhythmic motive because all these notes are not the same.
They're not the same. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. So it's the same rhythmic pattern, but a different melody. Learn, listen. Now it's time to play. Play and compose patterns. Here's where I'd like you to jump in on the chat line. Please indicate if you have never taught composing before, or if you have taught composing before, do you compose at the piano or at the tabletop? Just go ahead and throw that in the chat box. So indicate if you've never taught composing before, or if you have taught composing, do you compose at the piano or at the tabletop? It'll be interesting to see the results, and we'll be talking about that at the end of the webinar today. On page 32 of the Level 1 Supplemental Workbook, let's start with the Tito tip. A melody may be based on the notes of a major scale, and a melody that ends on the tonic note, stable degree 1, sounds finished, like the period at the end of a sentence. Now this time we're going to watch Sophia. Now she's in the same theory club class as Ayanna, and I want you to listen as Sophia begins to compose her melody in C major in the treble clef, given the rhythm, the repeated notes, and notes moving by step up or down, ending on the tonic.